Okay folks, welcome back. Mudford here. This is my 1969 Ford Bronco. Fiberglass body, James Duff suspension on it. It's a 5.5 inch suspension lift, 3-inch body lift. 351 Windsor engine, Holley carburetor. One cool upgrade is the GM one-wire ignition, HEI ignition, aluminum radiator, ZF5, 5-speed transmission, NP205 transfer case. I've got shorty headers that are wrapped on it. Power steering, which I'm going to have to do a little bit with that. I've got a little bit of a leak. Upgraded to power brakes also. Right now it had discs in the front, drums in the rear, but I just picked up some discs for the rear. See the interior, we got a twin stick for the 205. The boots are off. That's why they're so crooked like that. And the 5-speed. See that? 5-speed. Really cool dash. I got the battery on. There's my key. Nope, I almost unhooked the battery or it's dead. I got these glow panels. They glow blue. You can change them to green also, but I usually leave it on blue because, as you can see, the Bronco's blue. Yeah, those look really cool at night. Got some mechanical gauges. Radio that's broken right now. I need to go with a marine grade radio with it. Nice tack. Auto meter, auto gauge. It's just a cheap Pioneer setup. I redid the dash. It doesn't look the best. Kind of tight for space. We got the Summit Racing seats, 5-point harnesses, family style cage. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe. I made the bumpers for it. I do need to. Would like to get some kind of filler in here. And then the hitch is right in the bumper. And then on the front we've got a kind of a custom homemade winch bumper that I made with a pre-runner style. Got the cable kind of out around right now. With the I just mount the high lift jack right through the roller fair lead. I'm not wheeling. I think they'll still turn. I think so. Yeah, they still work. Optima battery, went with that after I ruined my other battery. But the rear axle right now, because I broke an axle at Silver Lake, broke the differential and stripped an axle shaft. And I was told when I bought it, it was a 411 posi rear, or limited slip with a Tru-trac 411 gears. And when after I broke it, I opened them up, and this wasn't running when I bought it. I finished putting it together. Opened it up after the breakage and found that they were 350 open gears, so I was quite disappointed. I knew they were open already because I'd run it a few times. But you know, with different tire sizes, it's real hard to get an idea what gear you got. I was able to find a pumpkin at a junkyard with 411 open, and I put that in and really liked it a lot better, but I couldn't go in 4-wheel drive. So I recently purchased a complete set. It was a 9-inch rear, which is what I have off of a full size, with 411 gears, and I did double check this time. 411 gears. You can see if I turn it on, I don't think the hub's locked. So we'll turn the middle. You can see they're both. That one's turning backwards. And that one's turning backwards. Now that one's turning forward. That one's turning forward. That's a quick way to check to see if you have some kind of a traction device in. like a locker. This is actually Detroit locker. What's it called? Easy Locker? No, not Easy Locker. Tru-trac. It's not a true locker. It's like a limited slip, but with, I think they call them helical gears, not clutch packs. So it's supposed to be a little smoother for steering in the front. Then I also counted the rotations, and it's got to be real close. I'm pretty sure it's 411. And the back was already taken apart. It was already out like that when I got it. So I was able to look right at it, and that has a Detroit locker in the rear. I also got all the components to switch it over to rear disc at the same time. So that's going to be the first project now. Let me show you this. This is actually out of a 78 pickup or Bronco. And if you look, this is where the radius arms mount. And you can see this is all integral. It's all one piece here, and then I think it's welded or part of it on the sides here. You can see there's a difference here. The one I have is out of a 77 F-150, the one that's in it right now. And these are full-size axles on the narrow Bronco, which is what I wanted. But the problem is, if you put that axle underneath of here, those wedges were out here further. This one has the weld-on wedges, the other style. I don't know if you can see them in there. I think you can right there. You can just grind these off, the welds off, and move these. They were moved in. I'm sure they used to be out here when they were on the F-150, and they're slid in. Well, I was hoping to just, when I got it, to just bolt it on underneath there, but that's not going to be very good, because then my arms would be, front of my radius arms would be out here, which would make my coil spring, it would have to bow in, because it would be, the base of it would be out. I had a few options. I can cut the mounts off the frame where the top is. See if you can see down in there. You can cut those mounts off down in there on the frame and move them out on both sides, and then your mounts on the back would also need to be moved a little bit out. Right now they're lined up with the frame is the way they're supposed to be, so I'd have to kick them out some, and that'd just be a pain, and then it wouldn't be quite right. So I think what I'm going to do, I've already got this apart. I'll have a video showing that. I'm going to I got the cover off. I'm going to pull these out, these gears out, pull the guts out of this one, and switch them over, and I'm going to have to do all the checking and shimming and miking and painting the gears and making sure I get everything right, which is going to be a pain, a lot more work than I wanted, but that's what I'm going to have to do it right. Kind of a little disappointed, but so that's going to be coming up. So I'm going to need to pull this apart. I didn't have videotape on the first one. Didn't have the camera, and just ripped those apart real quick in the night. So I'll probably show you what I did on this one, other than the brakes, how to pull that apart real quick and get the axles out. So I'm going to strip everything out of this and just keep all the spare. So I'll have a complete spare set of axles, front and rear. I have hubs. I don't like this style. These are real hard to turn, and just never really liked them. But I'll keep them for spares. So I'll have that, and then I'll have a spare pumpkin for the rear with an open differential, and then the spare axles for that also. So that's going to be my next project, is first getting the front done. The back, swapping the pumpkin out will be real easy, and then it'll be able to go on the road again real easy. We'll have to see on how hard switching the brakes over will be. That might be a project for a different time. But yeah, when I get some free time, I'm going to be putting the old generator project on hold for a while. I got my radiator and alternator, battery, all the parts I need to get this running good. Electric fan for it is what I got. So I've got all the parts for this. I need to make a frame for it. and get this set up next. But that's going to be on hold. I want to get this done. I got some trips I want to take up to Drummond Island, and then I'm taking this tow barring this behind the motorhome out west next fall for out to Wyoming for deer hunting. So I want to make sure this is good and reliable, get all this fixed on it. I would like to switch over to fuel injection, but I'm not sure when that's going to be. But that'd be a future project. Fuel injection. I don't like the way my steering column is either. Not my steering shaft. I like to get rid of the rag joint and get a double U joint on it. U joint on the top and the bottom. That's the main things I'd like to do to it. So hopefully you'll be seeing some videos about that coming up in the future. And that's all for tonight, folks. Have a good night.